At the end of the 18th century, France was considered one of the greatest powers in Europe, a country rich in culture, influence, and tradition. But behind golden palaces and luxurious celebrations, there was a completely different reality for most of the population. French society was divided into three major groups: the clergy, the nobility, and the people. While the first had privileges, land, and paid very few taxes, the people carried the economic weight of the country. Peasants, artisans, and urban workers sustained the system, but had no political voice. At the same time, France faced a severe financial crisis. Years of expensive wars and excessive royal spending left the country practically bankrupt. To make matters worse, agricultural crises caused food prices to skyrocket, especially bread, which was the foundation of the popular diet. Meanwhile, new ideas were spreading across Europe. Enlightenment philosophers argued that all human beings had natural rights, that power should come from the people, and that no authority should be absolute. These ideas began to change how society viewed government and freedom itself. In 1789, pressured by the crisis, King Louis XVI called an assembly with representatives from the three social groups. The goal was to solve the financial crisis, but it quickly became clear that the people would continue without decision-making power. In response, representatives of the people created their own assembly and declared that they now represented the French nation. This was the beginning of a historic transformation. Soon after, the climate of tension exploded. In July 1789, Parisians seized the Bastille fortress, a symbol of the absolute power of the monarchy. The fall of the Bastille became a historic milestone. It was the signal that the people were willing to change history. The revolution quickly spread across the countryside. Peasants began to rebel against feudal obligations that had existed for centuries. Under popular pressure, revolutionary leaders abolished feudal privileges and began building a new society. Soon after, one of the most important documents in modern history emerged: the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. It stated that all people were born free and equal in rights, and that political power should exist to serve the nation. Tension continued to grow. In a remarkable moment, thousands of women marched to the royal palace demanding food and political change. This event forced the king to move closer to the people, changing the balance of power. When the king attempted to flee the country, he permanently lost the trust of the population. Soon after, the monarchy was abolished and France became a republic. But the revolution would still face difficult moments. Fear of foreign invasions and internal betrayals led to a period of strong political radicalization. Revolutionary leaders tried to protect the new government by eliminating political opposition. It was a phase marked by tension and instability. Over time, the revolutionary movement itself began to divide. New governments emerged trying to stabilize the country, but instability remained. In this scenario, a military figure emerged who would once again change the course of French history: Napoleon Bonaparte. In 1799, he took power and officially ended the revolutionary period, beginning a new era. Despite its contradictions, the French Revolution changed the world. It spread ideas of citizenship, civil rights, and political participation. It inspired independence movements and helped shape modern democracies. More than overthrowing a political system, the revolution changed how people viewed power and human rights. It showed that societies can change when ideas and people move together. The French Revolution was not just a historical event, it was a turning point for all humanity. If you enjoy history told in an engaging way, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss future content that shows how the past builds our present.